Hi all, so it is afternoon, haven't long got up to be fair. I've been awake a little while, but Duncan's actually in bed ill, so I can film anytime I like today. So I just had a lazy morning. I've just done a little bit of tidying around, not much, but just a little bit to try to get the place a little more up together in the lounge, because we had a game night last night and we were very tired and went to bed very late. So we didn't put the tables back or the hostess trolley back or anything like that, so I've just quickly spruced it around. The kitchen's still a mess, that'll have to wait. I only have so much energy in a day and I don't want to do it. So I thought I'll open day 8. I've just opened my day 8 from Duncan, and I would show you, but I'm actually wearing them already down on my feet because they are bright pink Minnie Mouse Disney fluffy socks and they're so soft. So I've got them on already. Sorry. But I've got both earrings in now. This one is now fixed and hopefully will stay fixed. We will soon find out. This one seems to be backwards. I think I may have put this one on the earring backwards, so I might have to take that off and put it back on the other way. It's the problem, I don't necessarily pay attention when I'm putting them on, and I really should. I was doing it in a hurry. But anyway, let's open day 8 and see how we're doing on colour. You'd think I'd know which colour we switch to each time, but I don't. I know the general line, but I don't know at which point the pure colour comes out and the new colour starts, because I don't remember, because I have a terrible memory. Oh, this is clearly the pure colour. So, today's stitch marker charm is the diamond with the dark green beads. As I said, you will see a theme for all of these throughout it. And this is today's colour, which is pure neon yellow. So I don't know if I can pick them all up. I left them all lined up in the hope to be able to pick them up today. Ooh, might be able to. There we go. So you see how it's going? The other one is there. It's just hard to. Oh, now I dropped it. You get the gist. I'm not going to try to fit any more in my hands. I'm going to, from tomorrow, I'll start putting it on the ground and putting the camera across it so you can see it that way. I think that'd be the best bet. But I think it's coming along really nicely. Kat has still shared her knitting. She's still kept up so far, which I'm so impressed with. So I will share yesterday's one today. I shared the day before's one late last night because I forgot to do it during the day while I was prepping for having guests over. But I'll share yesterday's one today later. And then today's one, if I get it today, I'll share it tomorrow, or I'll share it whenever she's had time to do it. And I will share some more of Alice's photos. I've decided with Alice's, because it's just the yarn, not in a project, I'm going to do it in like sets of 5. So I did the first 5 days. I'll do the next, when we get to day 10, I'll do the next 5 days. Because I don't think you need to see the individual colour. It's better to see them as sets. So, and you can see what hers looks like, because hers is in a completely different light on a completely different background, so it changes the colour quite dramatically. So you can see what they look like under different lights that way. So that's what I'm going to do. My hair is still really good. I don't know if you can see. This is day 2 of things, so I've literally just gave it a little spray down with water and a bit of leave-in conditioner, and then gave it a little blow dry. And it's still pretty wavy for day 2. So the waves are staying in much longer now. It used to be day 1 would be lovely and day 2 would go back to my really loose waves or back to straight when I first started, because I straightened my hair so much. And now this is basically its natural state. I have to blow dry at the moment because it's so cold. It will stay wet all day. I blow dried it twice yesterday when I first done my hair in the morning. And then I had it up in a cap for a chunk of the day to keep the wet hair off my hair, because I don't 100% blow dry it. I don't want to ruin my hair. I just take the most of the moisture out. But it was so cold yesterday when I took the cap off, many hours later it was still damp, so I had to give it a little spruce to properly dry it. So I gave it a little spruce. It's still a little wet, as you could probably tell, but it's not as wet as it was when I sprayed it to revitalise it, so it will dry and probably get a little frizzier throughout the day, because it still gets a little frizzy. I still haven't got that quite under control, but I'm not fussed. I don't know what I'm telling you about my hair. You come for a craft channel and I keep telling you about my hair, but you know, it's been 2 and a bit years now of me retraining my hair to its natural state instead of straightening it and treating it like straight hair. One, as you see, it's clearly not straight hair, so it's nice to see how it's still improving on a daily basis. We'll see how it is for tomorrow's event, to see if it's still got any natural wave left in it, or whether it's just one big frizz ball at that point. Hopefully it won't be, because otherwise I'll have to do the full works on it, get it properly wet and dry, and I don't really want to have to do that when I'm going to be going outside, so I'd like my hair all to be dry, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I haven't really got much to show you. I didn't really work on any craft stuff yesterday because I was prepping for someone come over. I did do some spinning, but my wheel's over there and I'm not going to attempt to lift that up and show you. It's an AITA traditional, it's not exactly a small thing to transport around. I've been working on that peach orange type colour that I got at the Southern Wool Show from the Witch Crafty Lady. I think that's how it's Witchy Craft Lady or Craft Witchy Lady, something like that. As you remember, I've been working through a bunch that I bought from her, and I'm now on the orange. I've got the green to go, but I've been doing a white in between each one because I'm applying it with white. So when I've got them finished, I will show them all. The rest of them have been spun but not washed because I'm trying to get it all spun up, and then I'll wash and dry and I have it all ready to show you all at the same time. Then it will take a little while to dry because of course it is quite cold and damp at the moment, so it's probably going to be at least a few more weeks before I even have that anywhere near finished. But we will see. So I don't know what I'm going to do today. I'm kind of thrown out because I'm used to Duncan being down here working, and then so I just sit quietly doing some kind of craft. But as he's not working and he's up in bed ill, I think I might go live on Twitch doing some gaming again. I did do it last week before, I think it was last week, but there was no VOD video on demand to watch back because I didn't understand that I had to flick a switch in the back end for it to automatically record. But I've done that now, so hopefully it will record and then I can put the playback up on this channel for anyone who wants to see what I'm doing over there. As I said, it's just gaming. I did power washing, and I'll probably do power washing today while I get used to how Twitch works and the controls, because that takes no brain power really. It's just relaxing, and I'm still trying to work out how it all goes. I don't even know if the sound worked. I had a few viewers but no one actually commented, so I don't know if the sound was working or how the footage looked or anything. I ain't got a clue, but I figured, you know, I'd just practice on there with hardly any viewers, and that gives me time to learn and practice before I start trying to put all the tags and the keywords in and get people over to look. Same as I did on this channel when I first started filming. I didn't have any subscribers, obviously, when I first started. I just did what I wanted to do, and then people came in slowly as I got better at it, and so I'll do the same thing on Twitch. As I said, it's going to be mostly gaming over there, but I might do the odd live craft thing, and I'll still do some lives on this channel, but I'm waiting to get more subscribers, because 90% of my viewers is actually non-subscribed people, so they wouldn't see that I've gone live anyway because I wouldn't get notifications. So there's not much point, because only a few people can join me, and of course they've got work during the day and lives and kids and all this sort of stuff, so they can't join regularly. So I figured I'll wait until I've got more people who are on a schedule that might suit with me, so that they can actually join me on the lives, because there's no point just doing a live and a crafty chat if I've got no one to chat to. So I'm just waiting for my viewers, my subscriptions to get a bit higher, and the actual viewing from subscribers to get higher, because at the moment it's still pretty low. So most people come and watch my tutorials and my box openings and things like that, my actual craft and chats and things like my vlogs. They don't get much viewage. If you look at my highest viewed videos, they're all tutorials, box openings, reviews, that sort of stuff, which I haven't done a lot of recently, and I really need to do. I mean, obviously I've done the butterfly loom tutorials this year, but I didn't do any of the rest that I had planned because I couldn't do it. I have to accept that as much as I'd like to have something coming out every month that's thoroughly well done with the tutorials and the explanations and the links and all this stuff, I can't do it. So I'm just going to release as and when, with no pressure, and if people are waiting, I'm sorry, but if you're needing it desperately, there is loads of people on YouTube who do these things that you asked me to do, and I will get to do them, but I don't have the energy all the time and the capabilities to film good quality tutorials back to back anymore. It's just not something I can do, so I'll do them when I can. But hopefully you'll stick around and maybe join in some chats, comments on the vlogs. If more people start commenting on the vlogs and interacting with me, then that might encourage me to go live again. But while it's still low interaction, and this theme that I've done this year has been really low interaction, that it's a lot of effort for me to do, and as much as I enjoy doing them, that effort could be spent elsewhere instead of trying to find out what people want. I'm just gonna do things my way. So we will see. We'll see how it goes anyway. But that's about it really. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut here for a second while I just pull something up on my computer, and then I'm gonna do a little chat thing that I was saying I was going to attempt to do at some point this week. As Duncan's off sick, it's a good time for me to spend chatting, so we will give it a go and see what you think. And yeah, anyone watching, comment down below what you think of the next part, whether it's something that you think would be fun to do for future, or whether it's not something anyone's interested in. I'll probably do a few during December, during Vlogmas, and so you can get a feel of what sort of things I'm doing, and we'll see how it goes. So I'll be back in a second. That took a little longer than expected because I still don't quite know how to use it. I had to Google how to find what I saved, but I found it. Basically, I've been on Reddit and I've been reading a lot of the Am I the Arsehole things, thanks to TikTok Dusty Thunder, who does a lot of Am I the Arsehole stuff, and it's been really quite interesting. But there's a bunch of craft ones, and I thought it'd be fun to read them out and have a little chat what we think. Now obviously you can't actually chat back, but if you pop down in the comments what you think, I will obviously give my opinion, but I just thought it'd be a little bit of fun. Now I'm going to be reading off the screen in front of me, so if my eyes are wandering off, it's because I'm looking down under my phone to the screen to see it. But this one's called Am I the Arsehole for telling my sister-in-law it's rude to crochet everywhere? My first opinion before I read it, yes. Because anyone knows me knows I take a project with me everywhere I go. But let's read and see what they say. So, my sister-in-law does crochet. It's literally become her personality. She started doing it after her and my brother experienced a second trimester loss earlier in the year. That sounds perfectly acceptable. Now she does it everywhere. I work in the same place she does, and I've seen her crocheting at her desk during her breaks and lunch. My brother says it's how she relaxes. Apparently a housekeeper calm her busy mind. That sounds normal. What's wrong with that? Every week or so we have family dinners over at my parents' house. Since sister-in-law has been crocheting, she brings it with her. She just sits in the corner after dinner working on a project. My brother often sits with her and they talk quietly. Both her and my brother are quite introverted. If she ends up sitting with my wife or another sister-in-law, she's crocheting. I recently invited her and my brother to watch a film at mine, and again she was sat crocheting through the whole film. It's rude because she's not paying attention to anyone. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm crocheting through a film, which I do every time I'm watching a film, I am crocheting, I am knitting, I'm doing some kind of craft. But I can pay perfect attention to that film while I'm doing the project because we're listening and we can look up from projects. And for people who have busy minds, ADHD and anxiety and things, doing a project can be really calming. And she's clearly been through a lot. So I'm not seeing a problem so far, but we'll keep reading and see if it gets worse. Tonight my brother posted a picture of them and they were out having a couple of drinks in the pub. Yet again she was crocheting. It was on the table in the picture. In the comments she was joking with her friends that she'll be able to see where on her whip that she got drunk, as it'll all be dropped stitches and she'll have to start again. Her social media is full of posts about crochet, about what she's working on, the yarn or pattern she's bought, all the tips the trips that she and my brother take to go to specific yarn stores. I've had enough of her being rude, and I commented under the post that was rude that she kept crocheting everywhere and she needed to stop being so antisocial all of the time. She didn't comment back, but one of her friends did, telling me to F off and that she can crochet wherever and whenever she wants. I responded by saying that in the case of crocheting is banned in my house, so in that case crocheting is banned in my house, so she'll have to socialise in the future. My brother deleted my comments before my sister-in-law got to see them. I know this because he told me when he messaged me telling me that I was being a prick and her crocheting wasn't hurting anyone. He said that she's currently crocheting all the time because she's making gifts for family and friends. BS, because we don't do gifts for adults in the family anymore. He told me that they wouldn't be coming around anyone until I apologised to sister-in-law. I'm not apologising because it's rude and not to be giving people your full attention. Am I the asshole for telling my sister-in-law it's rude to crochet everywhere? My honest opinion, yes, you are. She is doing absolutely nothing wrong. As someone with severe anxiety issues and undiagnosed ADHD as far as I'm concerned at this point, I take a project with me everywhere I go. When I'm going through a lot of mental health problems, crocheting or knitting or whatever craft I've taken with me, it helps keep me calm, and it's what helps me get out of the house and gets me able to go and see people and talk to people. And crafting is my life, it's my entire business, because it is what's helped me get over my agoraphobia. The fact I started a craft group because my therapist told me to start a craft group outside of the house, so that something that I felt safe doing, crafting, could help me feel safe outside. And clearly this is what she's doing. She's found something that's helping with her mental anguish over, losing a child in the second trimester. That is something I've never had to experience, and I never want to experience. My twin sister did. And the thought of someone telling you that something you're using to cope with going outside when you're introverted anyway, that's rude. No, it's not rude. You're being rude for telling them that they can't do something that helps them cope in this world. And this world sucks. And if you find something that can help you cope in that world, in the outside world, with so much going on, what is wrong with doing that and bringing it with you and doing it everywhere? So I do think this person, who I'm guessing is a bloke, they don't actually say, but I'm guessing this person doesn't understand the anguish this person is feeling and the help that they need in order to cope with life right now. It may be that one day she can go out without crocheting, but if she can't, then she can't. I still don't go out without a project, and it's been years. My craft group's been running for 2 years now, and I still need to take a project with me everywhere I go. And I had for years before that, before I started my craft group, before my agoraphobia really kicked in, when I still went out to other craft groups, I always had a project with me no matter where I went. When I worked, I used to take something with me to do during my lunch breaks. It's not something you can just say, oh no, I'm not going to take that with me today, I'm fine. It doesn't work like that. Something just fell down in my craft room. And for someone to tell them that they're being rude for coping in this world, I think it's disgusting, and this person is well and truly the arsehole. But what do you think? This is what I want you to talk back on. What's your opinion? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think they were right and the person's being an asshole? Or do you agree with me that, you know, they're doing nothing wrong taking a crochet project wherever they go? Comment down in the comment section, obviously. And let me know what you think of not only this, but of the idea of doing these Am I the Asshole threads, chats, because I have a few more craft ones saved up. Some of them are a little older, some are a little newer. This one was only from 20 days ago, so it's still a reasonable fresh one, but I've saved some other ones that I think might be interesting to chat about. So we've got a few that we can play with if you think that would be fun to do. let me know. And if anyone's offended by the words "am I an asshole," I'm sorry, but it's asshole. It's not a swear word, okay? It's just a word. I'm not going to change it to astronaut or asswipe or whatever else people often change these things to. It's asshole. It's a word. If you're offended by words, there's worse things in this world than to be offended by a word, you know. So I'm just gonna say it anyway. But yeah, so that's about it for that. So yeah, let me know what you think. And I will see you all hopefully tomorrow. Depends on filming and chatting while we're out. If not, I'll see you on Sunday. But you all take care. Bye.